Good afternoon, Pokésports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 12 video, bringing you a SUICUNE team. Now, this is just not your ordinary SUICUNE team. This team is actually from, it's a recreation from Zenzero's 15th place Liverpool regional team. Which is very interesting. Unfortunately, Zenzero never officially released the rental code, so we have FavilleVGC, who did actually recreate the team. Not the exact same sets, but, you know, similar moves, similar Pokemon, etc., etc. We'll leave a link to both their stuff down below in the description. And I'm super excited to try SUICUNE because, if you guys didn't know, Crystal is one of my favorite games, and it was my first game, so SUICUNE does hold a special place in my heart. So I want to see what we can do today with SUICUNE. This is an interesting SUICUNE team. It does have like a weakness policy strategy with the Solgaleo. We know with Bulldoze, we've seen that plenty of times before. This is also like a low-key Sun team, so you do have two different modes in there as well with both Charizard and Venusaur, which is something you don't see too common nowadays because it's either you go Venusaur or either you go Charizard. You don't typically go most, but this Venusaur does yield itself to be more of a supportive Venusaur with Helping Hand and a Focus Sash and, you know, Sleep Powder. Groudon and Incineroar are kind of self-explanatory, but yeah, I'm excited to try SUICUNE out. It has Tailwind, has Snarl, has Bulldoze, and, you know, has Scald like a water type should have. And I think it does have some you know, does have a space in the metagame. I mean, of course, Regieleki threatens it, but that's what the Wakan Berry is for. Regardless, if you guys are excited to see SUICUNE here on the channel, you know, to hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. And let's get on to today's battles. First battle of the day, going against a Lunala team, which is a little spooky. Lunala with double water types. Probably just to take care of Ogre, but I mean, we don't have an Ogre. The double water types does kind of, you know, not bode well for a SUICUNE. We can try to take control of some speed here, though, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. This seems like a pretty good matchup for SUICUNE and Solgaleo. Definitely the Groudon in the back. I'm just trying to think. Do we go Incineroar because of their restricted Pokemon? Or do we go Venusaur because of their Gastrodon and their double water types? I mean, I'm probably definitely Dynamaxing Solgaleo if I'm going to be entirely honest. So that does mean that I shouldn't bring Charizard. So I'll bring the Venusaur instead. Does have Energy Ball to deal with those water types and does have Sleep Powder just to help us, you know, deal with other things. Deal with things that we can't deal with right away, right? I mean, we also do see that they're running Sun, so we could have brought Venusaur in the lead and then, you know, just Sleep Powder everything that we see, but it's fine. We'll roll with this for now. Thankfully, they don't have their own Venusaur to sleep us. They actually don't have any, you know, status conditions on the team, at least not any obvious ones. I mean, they could whip out the Will-O-Wisp Incin for all I know, but no, just leading with a Thunderous Groudon right away. I am not too angry about this, to be honest. Double Shinies, beautiful. Do we just Bulldoze or do we try to Tailwind here? I don't even know if we have to Bulldoze, for the sheer fact that I think they're gonna hit my Solgaleo anyway, so. The Bulldoze will make it so that we... The thing with Bulldoze is that it makes it so that we slow down their Groudon. And we can get a hit off, like, right away. And I think getting a Steel Spike off on this Groudon is going to be kind of a big deal. So, what this does is SUICUNE definitely outspeeds their Groudon. Unless this is, like, a Scarf Groudon. SUICUNE should be outspeeding Groudon. I mean, they could be Airstreaming here, though. Like I said, I'm not worried about Wakan Berry. And also, they're not Dynamaxing Thunderous, because there's no way my Solgaleo should be outspeeding Thunderous. So, if this goes right, I think we're going to be in some pretty good shape. I didn't actually expect to be Dynamaxing first, but hey, you know we love Solgaleo here on this channel. It's such a dumb Pokemon. Here's my Bulldoze outspeeding the Thunderous. What is Thunderous doing? That's a little sus. Does Thunderous have... It doesn't have Trick Room. Does it have a negative priority move that I don't remember or consider? That's weird. My Solgaleo is now outspeeding Thunderous. This might just be a supportive Thunderous that just went for like a Thunderbolt, I guess. Well, goodbye, Groudon. Okay, Suicune did something right away. We got rid of a Groudon. That's one of the restricteds out the window. Foul play. Not gonna lie, that does hurt. It does mean that I probably do have to focus that spot next. Foul play though, that's weird. Is that like 0 investment speed-wise on that Thundurus? I guess so. In comes Lunala. I mean, I guess it could be a Trick Room Thundurus for all we know. I do want to get rid of this Lunala though. Like, real talk. I think we should Snarl here. For some reason, I think this is a just like a special Thundurus or a support Thundurus. I'm not really sure. All right, Max Steel Spike into Lunala. Thankfully, raising our defense is going to help us a lot with those foul plays. Like, yes, we're +2, but thankfully we're also +2 in defenses. And I think if we just keep focusing down the restricteds, we should be a-okay. They're Dynamaxing something right away. Now, will it be the Thundurus or the Lunala? My guess is telling me it's going to be Lunala. Yeah, okay. Makes a lot of sense. This is why the Snarl is going to help us out a lot. Now, all things considered, if their team is that slow, then the Lunala is definitely going to be that slow too, because they just kind of hard committed to Trick Room, I can only imagine. Yeah, here's a Snarl. We'll see if this is Defiant Thundurus too. Is it? Nope, support Thundurus. Yep, perfect. Okay, so we assumed correctly. We got rid of Shadow Shield too. Look at that damage. Oh, give me that crit. Make this game a little faster game. Fine. Hey, man, I don't mind. Another foul play, but we have a little bit more defense here, but it looks like our Solgaleo will be going down right now. They committed to not setting up Trick Room, which, hey, to each their own. I think Solgaleo did enough work. I think it deserves a little bit of a break, if I'm gonna be entirely honest. Okay, this pretty much just opens up my Groudon to come in here. The Lunala should be going down to just another Snarl, so I don't have to think too much about it. I'm still not gonna go for... I mean, I guess I could go for like a more guaranteed hit by Scalding. But we don't know if they have the Gastrodon there. I mean, I feel like if they had the Gastrodon, they would have brought it out by now. It's 95% accurate. We can't possibly miss that, right? We'd have to miss that and Rock Slide. We'd have to be very unlucky not to knock out this Lunala this turn. Don't tell me they whipped out the Gastrodon right there. Okay, I made a good decision if that's the case. No, it's Instant. Okay, so they just don't have it. I mean, fine. I mean, these are both weak to rock. Yes, unfortunately, I do have to take some Intimidate. But I still have my switch out. I can go into my Venusaur, sack out the Venusaur. Venusaur is unnecessary this game. All things considered, like, look what they have left. Right? Like, there's no point to bring Venusaur here. And since now we know that they don't have the Gastro, we can just keep firing off some Scalds. As they go for the foul play, ironically, it's going to do no damage because you just got rid of my attack. Nice. All right. I'm honestly kind of like okay with that though. Like if their foul play is going to do less damage to me. Actually, no, I should switch out of my Venusaur because like I said, Venusaur doesn't do anything for me here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit here. It doesn't look like this Thundurus has an electric move somehow. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to click Scald on Ensign. And then go out, reset my stats. I'm getting faked out anyway, right? That spot's going to get fake outed anyway, so might as well just switch into something else, you know? Now, the thing I love about this team is that it's actually very... It's very tanky. It's like very offensive, but at the same time, it's very tanky. Solgaleo is, you know, not the frailest Pokemon in the world. Neither is Groudon or Suicune. So it's super cool that we get to, you know, kind of use both sides of the spectrum here. It's not hyper offense. It's not super defense. It's, you know, balanced. Here's a Scald now. It's in the sun. Still does some damage. Can't complain about it. Does more than Snarl would have done. Followed by another foul play. Into my Venusaur. Okay. Whatever. Oh, here's the Flare Blitz, though. This might be a... They didn't go for the fake out. Am I in Psychic Terrain? No, I'm not in Psychic Terrain. Oh, I guess they just didn't want to fake out. They felt like they didn't have to. All right. Fine. I see you. Whatever. Do whatever you want. Going back to Groudon. Now you have to switch. But there's no safe switch, though. I think here will just be a Scald into Thundy, followed by a Rock Slide. Man, my opponent felt really... like, they had to switch out their Dynamax after one turn. That's gotta feel so bad. I mean, mainly because I crit them, right? I can't ignore that crit like it never happened. Okay, so Thundurus does have other attacks. It goes for Protect now. I don't see the point of this Thundurus set, man. It's very slow and has only clicked Foul Play so far. Anyway, here's a Rock Slide onto their Incin. Bye-bye, Incin. I have to be careful because Lunala can carry Wide Guard for spread moves. And we've been going for nothing but spread moves, right? With Rock Slides and Snarls. So, predicting that, kind of just want to Scald the Lunala, knock it out. And then Giga Impact the Thundurus. So we'll Scald, not the Thundurus, we'll Scald here. And then go for a could also Heat Crash. Heat Crash seems fine. I mean, at least we won't have to recharge next turn. Right? We still get another turn without having to worry about losing too much health. We still want to play this a little bit cautiously. A single crit could ruin us, although I'm not sure what this Thundurus has been doing. I'm honestly surprised it hasn't started like Eerie Impulse spamming or, you know, doing anything wild like that. Or even T-Wave spamming. Like, my Suicune has been allowed to survive. There's the Wide Guard that we were concerned with, but thankfully we were not born yesterday. Here is the Scald into the Lunala, Sayonara, followed by hopefully the Sayonara on the Thundurus. We'll see. Another Foul Play. This will be doing a little bit more damage, but still nothing to write home about. And a big ol' Heat Crash. Ooh, okay. Still not... game's still not over. Apparently Thundurus is a lot heavier than I thought it was. So now we just Scald and... is Heat Crash 100? Yeah, it's 100. Yeah, we just Scalded Heat Crash. That'll be GG. Very commanding first victory. Not gonna lie. That was... I don't want to say that felt easy, but that felt like we were always in control. Is this a single restricted team? Hey, I guess so. I mean, sure. It's a single restricted team, but real talk, this team is pretty darn good. Like, it's not like the Pokemon on it are memes. It's just, you know, running only one restricted. Okay. I mean, the Calyrex does concern me a little bit, I think, as it should. But there is nothing stopping me from, like, a Groudon Venusaur lead. I want to bring the Suicune in the back. Or do I do Charizard? I don't bring Charizard here, I don't think. I think I Instant here. I want to have a switch in. I'm actually going to leave the Solgaleo behind. We're going to leave one of our restricteds behind. I think this is the Dynamax Groudon game. We'll just use the Venusaur for Sleep Powder spams and for Helping Hand spams. Dynamax Groudon. It's an AV Groudon, so it's meant to Dynamax. It does have the capability. In fact, the cool thing about this team is that 4 of the 6 Pokemon are intended to Dynamax, which is like super cool. Well, that's not great leading with Incin when I'm planning on Dynamaxing, but I'll just switch. I can just switch, or I could Helping Hand boost and not care. Which is another option, right? It's what I'm thinking about doing. Probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Let's check for floaties first. No flying types. Okay. Yeah, I mean, why not? Screw it. Helping Hand will just negate that. So fine. You intimidate us. We're gonna, you know, fix that real quick. We're gonna go right back up to neutral. I probably could have gone for max Rockfall here, but then I would have taken away the speed on my Venusaur. The reason why Rockfall would have been nice because Incineroars have been running, have been known to run Shucka Berry, just to deal with, you know, Groudons in general. At least a little bit better. It gets him the extra swap, and his Helping Hand also does cover for Fake Out from the Incin. No, Fake Out onto the Groudon. Not today. Not today. Followed by Trick onto the Venu. Oh, they assumed the Venu was the Dynamax target. What is this? Lagging Tail, okay. They obtain a Focus Sash. Okay, so they just got the Dynamax target wrong. Awesome. I'll take that. And that's a bye-bye Ensign. Intimidate who? Not me. What's great is that even with lag... How does this work? Is Lagging Tail gonna force my Helping Hand to go last? I almost want to test this for science. It's gonna put me last in my priority bracket, right? So since Helping Hand is still the maximum priority bracket, I should still be fine to just Helping Hand, right? That won't change anything, I think. I'm just gonna click it and see what happens, right? Sometimes we just gotta learn and record at the same time. I think that's how it works. I think that's how Lagging Tail works. Lagging Tail works the same as full instance, I believe. They're Dynamaxing their Alecki in front of a Groudon? My friend. I am nervous for you. That is almost never a bright idea. Oh no. What is your goal here, Tom? What is your plan? Okay, so yeah, that is how it works. I go last in my priority bracket, but since Helping Hand is maximum priority, it doesn't actually make a difference. So I just have to keep clicking Helping Hand. Awesome, that's fun. Max Airstream now into my poor old Venusaur. Hey, I got the Helping Hand off. That's all I really needed, to be honest. You can knock out the Venusaur all you want. We'll see here if it's Life Orb. Got the speed boost on the Lucky. It is Life Orb. Okay, so not even a Sash can save you here. I'm pretty much going to play All My Friends Are Dead with this Grimmsnarl. Oh my... -1 who? I was never intimidated. Oh, Helping Hand Venusaur is a legit tech, man. That's a legit strat. Wow. It's honestly impressing me so much that I have... The day that I'm recording this is Friday. I have the UX9 championship tomorrow, which is Saturday. And I have a Venusaur on that team. I'm considering changing my Venusaur now to put Helping Hand on it because this is silly. I didn't know how much it just counteracts Intimidate. But hey, regardless, let's whip out our Suicune. We could set up some... we're not +2 special D, so even their Calyrex doesn't scare us. Yeah, not a single threat here. They can't Dynamax it. They can only go for the obvious move, the Astro Barrage. Unfortunately, I can't eat my berries, but it doesn't look like they have any electric type moves on their side of the field. I'm going to Quake one last time, get some special defense on my Suicune, and I think this is a pretty good opportunity to set up my Tailwind. Then the next turn, I'll start firing off some Snarls. I mean, this is one of the cases of like my opponent just, I don't want to say losing turn one. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. There's nothing they could have done there. That was just check and mate, man. Oh, Dialga Eviltal. That's actually a pretty not common combination, I don't think. I feel like I don't see that too often. Is it just me or does this smell like a Charizard game though? Ooh, I'm liking the Charizard vibes I'm getting. Honestly. Okay, I like that. Charizard Groudon. They got no weather. They can't stop me. We do Charizard Groudon. Bring the Suicune because it's a Suicune day. And it's between Instant and Solgaleo. I think Instant for Fake Out Pressure. I hope I'm not... Am I bringing enough damage here? Should I bring Venusaur just for that one Pokemon? What does Incineroar do for me here? It gives me Fake Out. Do I have Taunt on this? I do not. I have Darkest Lariat and Parting Shot. Do I Solgaleo? Solgaleo seems a little bit wonky for me too. It doesn't seem like a great idea. I can't go for Venusaur because they're going to have Misty Terrain on the field. And they have the Grass type too. Man, I'll bring Ensign. Fine. It was a hard decision for me. I think Ensign in the end with Fake Out could be more helpful than anything else. Now, my opponent does have some speed control, which is a little concerning. So I'm going to have to find a way to deal with that. if that's what they decide to do. I mean, we also do have speed control, but, you know, Trick Room... Tailwind can get stopped immediately by Trick Room. Looks like they are leading with the Trick Room lead. Which, hey, fine, I guess. I mean, they're gonna fake one of us out. I'm about to do a big brain play, though. They're definitely gonna fake out the Groudon because the Groudon's the least obvious Dynamax option. Right? I think we could all agree on that. That, yeah, no, maybe Groudon is gonna be the not Dynamax option. So, we're gonna not Dynamax Charizard, go for the Blast Burn, and go for the Max Quake. Try to stop their Trick Room right away. This is a little memey, but if they fake out the Groudon spot, then it was all worth it. Right? You just gotta be a little memey sometimes. Go for the less obvious play. Just, you know, fake out your opponent. Oh, no pun intended. So we'll see if this works. If they predict this, then hey, all power to them. Oh, they're just Dynamaxing their thing. Even more reason to double into it, I think, right? I expected a Trick Room, which is why I was so aggressive turn 1. Well, honestly, at this point, fine. Wait, did they intimidate us? They totally did intimidate us, right? So I don't actually think we knock out here. But oh well. Yep, but hey, they faked out the Groudon. So it all worked according to plan. That's still a stupid amount of damage. Bye, Dialga. I think that's a good trade. Right? We have a useless Zard at 1H. You know, we have a useless Zard that can't attack for a turn. But we got a Groudon on the field with +1 special defense, and they have no restricted and no Dynamax left. I think that's a win for us. That's an Omega win. I'm not saying the game is over. I'm just saying that, like, you know, that turn 1 was our turn 1. Now let's see what they go into to try to put a band-aid on this. They switch in their Yveltal. That's their only floating Pokemon, though. So I have no reason not to just go hard on this instant, I think. Let's check their Pokemon. Nothing else is off the ground. So yeah, we just Quake the instant. And then we worry about Yveltal later. They withdraw instant. Doesn't matter. Nothing can take this except for the Rilla. Finny won't appreciate it. It's going to take it, but it's not going to appreciate it. Now, Yveltal, what are you doing, Tom? Probably Oblivion Wing spam, which is kind of why I don't want to hit it yet. I'm gonna Oblivion Wing my Zard. I mean, granted, Zard is kind of like, you know, its job is done. That's not doing damage because of the special defense boost, though. So that screams Assault Vested and not very invested. Yveltal. Okay, what are my options now? Blast Burn Yveltal, I guess. Right? Just go super hard. Or we just double into Finny. What is that? Lefties. I could double into Yveltal too. I don't want to double into Finny here. Because Finny could start setting up on us. Unless Yveltal is going to switch into Ensign. In which case, I should throw something into the Yveltal spot. Okay, they're going to protect Finny. That's fine. Now, I'm assuming this is a Solvest to Yveltal. That would explain the Sucker Punch. Okay, so they did just give her a Charizard. That's fine. It means that we made the right decision with our Groudon, at least, right? So this is going to be a nice Rockfall into the Yveltal. Going to take it down to half HP. Awesome. And setting up some sand for some residual damage as well. Never hurts, right? Always helps. Thankfully, no weakness policy found too. The sand is going to be really nice because it mitigates all the health that the Finny gets back from the leftovers. All right, now we got options, right? We got a bunch of options. We got Ensign, we got SUICUNE. Ensign gives us the fake out. It's also nice that we change the weather right before we get the SUICUNE in. Ah, do we do SUICUNE though? I think we do Ensign because, like we said, they have Assault Vest, so they can't protect, and they just burnt their protect on their Finny too on top of that, so. We're getting intimidated off. Slow down their sucker punch for whatever it's worth. And hey, I've seen physical Finny before. Not recently, but it wouldn't be the first time, right? All right, now we have the fake out option. We have the flare blitz option. Honestly, screw it. We don't need a fake out. The easy fake out would be the fake out on the Finny. I think we just flare blitz the Yveltal and go for the Quake. If they swap in the Incin has to take a -2 Quake. Okay, guess they're both taking a -2 Quake. Which is still going to do some damage. I could always switch out this Groudon into my Suicune too, which is starting to smell like a better idea the more that this game progresses. Yeah, this is why I wanted to take care of Finny as soon as possible too. That's going to start getting annoying. If we allow Finny to get too tanky, this game is going to get really hard. I might have to switch out my Suicune and just start spamming my Snarls. Still does a decent damage. I'm not mad about that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a very defensive turn here. Because they're going to want to fake something out. I think they're going to fake out the Groudon, if anything, because they don't really care about the Incin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to parting shot the Incin into the Finny to slow down to the Finny a little bit. Get rid of that +1 it just gave itself. And then hard swap into the Suicune. Man, bulky water types are so annoying. I love using them, though. I am just not afraid with this Suicune on my team. And I don't think I should be, man. Muddy water, fine. I think we take one. Not very well, though. We are citrus, though, so we should be getting a lot of health back here. What did their Incin decide to do? They didn't fake out. So I guess they're going to parting shot on something, too. I can only guess. And now, it's unfortunate that we outsped, though. Because their parting shot is going to go next, and it might be on my Groudon, unfortunately. Hey, this game is still back and forth. It's a head-to-head, man. My opponent is not quitting, as they shouldn't, right? Because they might be able to turn this around with this Finny, though. Here's a parting shot into my Suicune spot. That's good. That's the less important one, right? I am okay with that. Now, they're going to go back into the Yveltal. I have no reason not to just Rock Slide and Snarl here. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. There's nothing that resists a Rock Slide on their side of the field. They do resist Snarl, but I'm mostly doing it to mitigate damage. So let's Rock Slide here. And should we Snarl? I'm gonna Tailwind. I want to be outspeeding. If I outspeed, I get flinches, right? Or I could get flinches. They go for the Oblivion Wing. They're gonna get a lot of health back, which is unfortunate, but actually maybe not too much because we're Assault Vested. That's tolerable. But this is exactly why we want to be faster. At least now that we're faster, we can get this Rock Slide off on the Finny, have the chance to flinch on it. We can do a lot of damage to the Yveltal. Bring them both down to the red. Nice. Here's a Moonblast into my Groudon. They're throwing everything they got at Groudon, but AV doesn't care, man. AV Groudon is absolutely gross. Now they really don't have a safe switch, right? Now we outspeed. Now we just Rock Slide. Now we Snarl. And we click those two buttons for the rest of the game. They're going to keep trying to lower the attack on my Groudon. Keep in mind, I'm now -2. Because I wasn't parting shotted. Never mind. I'm -1 now. Because they never parting shot me. They parting shotted the Suicune spot. As the Finny protects. Now we'll see if this Rock Slide can knock out the Incin. Excuse me, Rock Slide plus Snarl. Let's look at this big Snarl damage. Suicune's not meant to do damage, folks. I don't know if you guys have been able to notice. It's not meant to do damage. Let's see some Rock Slide damage, though. We're hitting every Rock Slide today. Is it Pinchberry? It is Pinchberry. Okay. Hey, we had to break it someday. We broke it now. Figgy berry. Why is this game taking a long time? And it's gonna keep taking a long time too. I'm gonna switch back in the instant to get rid of my Intimidate. And I'm gonna keep going for Snarl. I could start Scalding, but I'm in the sun. And I feel like weakening the Finny is more important. Because the Finny is what's gonna win them the game. It's not the instant. Oh, this is so toxic. Just constant instant switching back and forth and back and forth. There's the fake out into the instant. They can't fake out my Suicune because of inner focus. That's why I didn't even bother touching that spot. Get some more Snarl chips. Little tiny pieces. Okay, now this Finny is like really low health. Keep in mind, they could get a crit. Not today, though. Nice. All right. Yeah, this Finny is super weak. I think I gotta start hitting their instant though. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna fake out their instant and Snarl it this turn. Not Snarl, Scald it this turn. And I think this is my last turn of Tailwind as well. We're gonna clap here because they're gonna Parting Shot out. We already know they're faster, so let's try to get as much damage on them before they just try to keep Parting Shot. Another Muddy Water. This is in the sun. Our instant is starting to lose health, though. Man, this is such a wet noodle fight. This is such a wet noodle fight. There's the sun. I guess we Tailwind again here. Why is this Finny so annoying? All right, now we Parting Shot on the Finny. We got to make this Finny absolutely useless. And we'll go for the Tailwind. I mean, I did this to myself. I knew at Team Preview. I said, the 4 that I'm picking are very not offensive. They're very defensive. Right? I brought nothing but my defensive Pokemon right away. The only offensive Pokemon I had was like Charizard and kind of a Groudon. But hey, it worked out, right? Charizard was able to nearly knock out a Dialga at turn 1. All right, set up Tailwind here. Go for the Parting Shot now. Into their Finny. They still have a whole Yveltal in the back, by the way. They could be trying to stall me out. Which honestly, at this point, would make sense for them. Doesn't make a lot of sense for me. All I gotta do is get rid of one of their Pokemon, and then we win if we do go to timer. I don't think it's gonna... I mean, timer is like, what, 15 minutes? I think we'll be fine. It's good that we're setting up the sun here again, too. That's doing absolutely no damage to my side of the field. Oh, they could be trying to get accuracy drops with their Muddy Water, which we've been getting very lucky on because they just haven't been getting it. Man, they really are trying to, like... My Groudon does not like the constant Intimidate spams, man. I'm at a point where I'm just gonna start... Yeah. I think no matter what, I still Rock Slide spam here because I have so much more health than they do. And ironically, they give us Dark Aura, which is going to help with our Snarls. This healing on the Finny, though, it's almost back to half. Jeez. All right. How many Rock Slides do we have? 13. Okay. We have 13 Rock Slides. That's plenty. We Snarl, we Rock Slide. They're going to switch it Instant again, but I still don't think Instant wants to take a -2. I think Instant is low enough to where... it'll go down. Sucker Punch. Fine. Ooh, ouch. Wait, that hurt more than I wanted. I need this Rock Slide to, like, low-key connect on this Yveltal, at least. I don't even care if it misses Finny. Okay, good. Connects on both. Awesome. Finny is now gonna be stuck at -1,000, which is all that I could ever ask for. Still no... Oh, there's one accuracy drop. Okay. There's the first accuracy drop after, like, multiple Muddy Waters. I think now I have no reason not to spam Precipice Blades, though. Which is going to get the stab boost, which is nice. Now we're -2. Well, now they get a fake out turn, so I do want to swap here. and see if I gotta make sure that they only have one Pokemon left. This is actually like a lot of thinking. I'm gonna be honest. This is a lot of thinking that we're doing right now. I'm just gonna snarl into that spot. I gotta lower that instant as much as possible, because the one good thing about instant is that instant can heal back up. So if we can leave the Finny alone, then we can win through just double attacking it, right? Oh my goodness, we're gonna start missing now. Are you kidding me? Moonblast into the instant, not gonna be enough to knock me out as they go for their own snarl. Okay. Don't love this. Suicune still has a lot of health though. Alright. We Flare Blitz. Or we Darkest Lariat, I guess. I'm gonna Darkest Lariat there. Followed by Scalding. I'm such low health with Groudon that I don't think I can afford to bring it in right now. There's my Darkest Lariat. This won't be doing a lot of damage, but at least I'm not intimidated. Is that enough? Yes! Good. Good, 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 good. Absolutely wonderful. Muddy Water. Yeah, you better miss instant. That means we get one more attack off with the instant. There's no way that the Finny can win the game now on its own, I don't think. I'm going to check its stats in a second. It is back up to green, though, so that's a little annoying. Let me check its stats. Pretty sure this Finny is, yeah, -3 special attack, so it's already not doing a lot of damage. I'm going to Flare while I have the sun up. And I'm going to Bulldoze. It's going to hit my instant. But I think it's okay. The reason why I want to Bulldoze is because instead of me setting up Tailwind every 3 turns, I think I might still live this. Instead of setting up Tailwind these 3 turns, I just wanted to Bulldoze it once so that I can... okay, I do still live good. Oh, but now I have to be a little... now I can't Bulldoze again. Oh, that kind of sucks. Okay, so now I have to Tailwind. 3 minutes left. Oh, this is the game they're playing. This is the game. I got 3 Pokemon in the back. If you really want to play this to timer, I got the resources, right? Regardless, I guess I go for the Lariat now because the sun went away. And I'm going to Tailwind so that I don't kill my own, you know, instant off. Even through Tailwind, they outspeed. Yikes. How? Just that one -1 made that big of a difference? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I guess so. Good news is we have our Groudon with 1 HP. That's not good news. I think we have to Snarl spam here. Just to make sure that our Groudon... one crit can ruin us, though. Keep that in mind. 1 crit can ruin us. Maybe I should play it to timer. To be entirely honest, I got a lot of room to. I got a lot of time here. And I mean, if we're gonna play like this, I have the advantage theoretically. By, you know, just having these Pokemon here. I'm not playing the timer. I'm just considering my options. I mean, I could Bulldoze. I could also Scald. But part of me thinks that Snarl is the play. Part of me, though. Are you sure you want to go to timer with me? I have 2 Mons. I win. The fact that they're protecting, I mean, I was just joking about going to timer, but if they're protecting, they're clearly trying to go to timer. They're trying to get as much health as possible, but it goes out of Pokemon first, right? Yeah, you got 60 seconds. Okay. This has been a video, I guess. I'm gonna hold it, though, as long as possible. This will be the last turn of the battle, if I have anything to say about it. Which should result in us doing a lot of damage and us hopefully having 2 Pokemon left. In the end, what a wet noodle fight. What an absolute war. What an absolute battle. Jeez. 23 seconds left on the clock. We're going to miss the Snarl. That's a little sad. Do we hit the Precipice Blades? We do hit the Precipice Blades. Gonna do a lot of damage to the Finny. Followed by the Muddy Water. Suicune's gonna avoid. I don't think this will be enough to knock out my Groudon. Yeah, Groudon's gonna hang in there at 30. 5 seconds left on the clock. Lefty's recovery has to come in. And that will be game. Here's our last turn. Doesn't actually matter what we click. Bada bing. Let's get it over with. You defeated Jane. We did it. Wow, that's 15 minutes that I'm never going to get back, but I hope you guys had fun. That was kind of a roller coaster. And here you have the rental code for the SUICUNE team. Now, remember, this team was recreated by FavilleVGC. This was originally Zenzero's 15th place Liverpool team. We'll, of course, leave links to their stuff down below in the description. Super fun team. I did enjoy it a lot. 3 wins today, which is like, you know, kind of a feat. That doesn't happen too often. 3 wins is kind of like, you know, that happens once in a lifetime here on this channel. We usually always get 2 wins, 1 losses because these teams are kind of new to me. But I feel like with this team, you know, kind of clicked in my brain. I actually enjoyed playing it a lot. I felt like SUICUNE was a super pivotal Pokemon for every single battle that we saw today. There wasn't a single battle where I felt, hey, SUICUNE sucks. I honestly thought it was necessary for the majority of these battles. All in all, had a great time. Enjoyed the team a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed too. If you did, you know, do hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. And with that said, have a great night. I'm Kevin, this is Pokésports. Bye-bye.